I'm Carrie. This is Sandra's Sisterhood, and this is a YouTube channel for the single childless person. Our video today is a quick video on identifying what your values are. Why is that important? Because when we spend our time doing the things that are in alignment with our values, it will typically decrease anxiety and increase life satisfaction. Many of us don't take the time to identify what our values are, nor do we take the time to reassess what our values are as we navigate and move through different seasons of life. So what can happen is then we can find ourselves doing things that we then realize aren't important to us, or they aren't the things that we want to be doing because our life has changed. So this is a real quick values exercise that you can do to reassess what your values are so then you can integrate them into your life so you are more in alignment with what's important to you. Number one, Google values and then click on some of the pages that come up. What I would recommend is looking for results that have multiple, like 100 values written down. The more options, the better, because you might have some inherent feelings that you kind of feel is a value, but you may struggle identifying a single quick word that you can put to it. So the more options that you have, the more likely it'll be that you'll be able to find that word that matches with your feeling. So Google values and then pick up one of the sheets. And then what I want you to do is go through the list and I want you to circle or write down any word that you feel kind of speaks to you, resonates with you. I don't want you to think about it too much. I just want you to go on your gut reaction and how you react. So that's number two. Go through and just write down any of the values that speak to you. Number three, I want you to go through that list again and start to narrow it down. Ideally, you would try and narrow it down at least by half, right? So if you start off with 20 values, I want you to narrow it down to 10. Don't think too hard on it again, but of the ones that you initially chose, which ones are speaking to you a little bit louder? Which ones are rising to the top? Then what I want you to do is go through your list again, and I want you to really narrow this down. I want you to narrow it down to 3 or 4 different words that you can remember easily and repeat. So then they're top of brain and you don't have to kind of struggle to remember what those are when you need to make a decision. Remember, you're not choosing what all your values are, but you are choosing what values are most important to you. It's also important that we narrow them down. So there's 3 or 4 things. So then if we're asked or if we have to do like a quick filter in our brain for a decision, we can very easily remember those. We want quick, easy, and repeatable. Now what I want you to do is write those down, and I want you to write them down and put them somewhere where you will see them every day. Maybe you put them on a sticky note and you put them in your wallet. Maybe you put them as a wallpaper on your phone. Maybe you put them on the whiteboard, but somewhere where you will see them as a reminder that these are the ways and these are the things that you want to spend your time doing. It can kind of help filter all the noise that kind of comes at us in life. Remember, when we make choices and spend our time doing things that are more in alignment with our values, we tend to have less anxiety and we tend to feel more greater life satisfaction. We can also feel a little more excitement and more motivated about what we are doing in our life. For those of us who are childless, not by choice, we sometimes grow up with certain values, or we have certain values in our 20s or 30s. And then because we spend a lot of our time thinking about those values, even if that's not the name that we're calling it, and we're in a life circumstance where we can't make that happen, we then feel very disjointed and very out of alignment. So this is your opportunity to reassess what your values are so then you can go and you can live a life that is meaningful, purposeful, and fun. Let me know what values you just determined are right for you in the comments, and continue to watch Sandra's Sisterhood for more content for the single and childless, not by choice person.